Hey everybody, we've talked about all the subclasses as much as we possibly can without actually having played them and tested every single theory and looked over every single mechanic, but there's still one question I purposely have not answered. When I was going over the subclasses, I was strictly judging them on their merits as a specialization. What people need to understand is that 90% of Destiny, if not more, is shooting a gun. While Destiny has plenty of MMO elements, the weight of your class selection is not nearly as heavy and defining as it is in a typical MMORPG. If you play a mage in an MMORPG, your playstyle is defined by your class, so your entire experience is going to completely revolve around spellcasting. If you play a healer in an MMORPG, your experience is going to heavily revolve around being a support character and healing people. Destiny does not function like this. A big part of that is because everybody gets a gun. In MMORPGs, everyone gets an auto attack, which is basically every second or two, you'll automatically swing with whatever weapon you have equipped. For melee classes, this matters a lot. For spellcasters, it does not matter at all. In Destiny, your gun is your auto attack, and everyone can use a gun to the same ability as everybody else. Your abilities do not define your entire experience with Destiny, they simply supplement your gunplay and add variety to the game. Whereas in an MMORPG, your abilities define much more of your experience. There's only 3 abilities in Destiny: Grenade, Melee, and Super, whereas in an MMO, I can have upwards of 30 abilities that I need to manage. The most frequent question I get, and the avoided question was, what is the best overall class? There is none. There is no best for everything class because every class can do everything, PvE and PvP. Any composition of players will be able to conquer any content provided you all have the individual and team skill to do it. I might think Gunslinger is weak in PvE because of their super, but they're the only class that actually gets bonuses to gun usage, and that's through Gunslinger's Trance and Chains of Woe, and gunplay is most of the game. Each class has something that they're really good at doing. No class is overpowered, no class is underpowered. The second most frequent question I get is, what class should I play? Well, let me ask you this. What are you primarily going to be doing in Destiny? Do you want to support your friends in PvE? Then maybe you want to roll a Striker Titan, Defender Titan, or Sunsinger Warlock. Do you want to do a lot of gun damage and focus all of your energy on enhancing your gunplay? Try Gunslinger Hunter. Do you want to focus on stealthy tactics in PvP? Try a Blade Dancer Hunter. Do you want a high potential PvE ability damage dealer? A Voidwalker Warlock or Blade Dancer Hunter might be for you. Do you want to be tough to kill in PvP? A Defender Titan is a great choice. It all depends on what you are going to be focusing on when you play Destiny. Any class can be absolutely beast in both PvE and PvP. It all depends on how good you are as a player. How you will end up playing the game, whether it's PvE, PvP, casually, hardcore, will play a factor in what class you should pick. And even then, it doesn't matter nearly as much as I'm sure people are thinking. When everyone's abilities are on cooldown, you're all basically on an equal playing field. I don't mean to say that your class is completely unimportant either, because there's variety there, but you shouldn't be losing sleep over it. The best recommendation I can give to you is this: play the class that you want to play. All those videos I made about the subclasses in depth and comparing them to each other are for those who want to learn more about the classes, for those who want to learn what skills and talents will be best or better than other skills and talents, or for those people who are very into min-maxing, trying to get as much potential out of their choice of subclass as possible. And don't get me wrong, there are definitely group compositions that are going to be better than others, and situations where certain classes will have an edge over others in specific situations. A balanced group of defenders, sunsingers, blade dancers, and whatever else will likely end up being better than 4 gunslingers, a voidwalker, and a striker. But if that's your group composition, you can still do raids as much as you want. Ultimately, if you're just an average everyday player, you should just play the class that you want to play, because you're going to enjoy the game more playing the class that you want to play, as opposed to just playing a class because they offer a slight benefit over another in a certain situation. If you think Radiance is the coolest super in the game, be a Warlock. If you think throwing knives are awesome, be a Hunter. Or just have one of each class. It's not going to be that difficult to level up one of each class, and then you'll have all of them at your disposal. Do yourself a favor, And don't overthink your first class selection. Whatever you pick is going to be fine. You will enjoy the game just fine because Destiny is first and foremost a shooter. If you like shooting things, then whatever you pick is fine. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Actually, disregard all that, I mean Titan. Titan's the best class. If you pick anything else other than Titan, you're wrong.